Click. Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, that's the PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Code T, PS and Body Boys. My coach here is...
Andrew Arenas, double is.
Yes, and we're here for episode 99.
99. Well, we're not gonna party, but the next episode will be some important partying, and it seems like we're avoiding episode 100 because we didn't have a show last week.
We didn't have a show last week. That was weird.
Didn't have a show last week. Was really just getting into the workflow of things because by then I was now starting to work on the weekends. So kind of getting into the flow of that. And then on top of not much else happening in the realm of PlayStation, it seemed like a lot of things were happening on Nintendo's side of things. And not necessarily PlayStation. I mean, we had a bit this week. And
I don't know,
we might as well just jump right into whatever is here from this week, I guess.
There's a lot. There's some stuff in this week.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we might almost have a listener yet again somehow take us to a news story already.
Okay.
It's from Jared, and I remember his name. He's written multiple times, and he's actually given us two questions, but kind of two questions. Jared asks, similar to the Shadow of Colossus remaster, wouldn't it be nice if there was a remastered Metal Gear Solid collection on PlayStation 4 on the Fox engine? This guy is asking quite a tall order from a company that is no longer at the helm of Kojima.
Yeah, so yeah, that does tie in with something this week. It was announced that Blue Point is actually working on another remaster of a classic. They say classic game or whatever.
Well, mind you, this question was sent in Thursday.
Yeah. So yeah, that was after that. After that thing. Yeah, they had some job listing or something, Blue Point Games, who just put out the Shadow of the Colossus remaster, that they are already working on another remake, remaster, whatever. But going to that specific question about Metal Gear Solid. So, here's the thing about that. For the longest time, Kojima wanted to make Metal Gear Solid 1 remake.
Yeah, he talked about that in a way, about redoing
it was one of those things.
Solid 1.
Yeah, it was one of the things where he kept saying he wanted to remake it, but he wanted, obviously he didn't want to work on it himself. He wanted to kind of let another company work on it. And Blue Point would have been a good company to work on it, Yep. But, the whole everything. It's where
I'm sure Jared knows about it at this point.
He knows all that.
I don't think it's lost on him.
Yeah.
But just to be sure, if anybody doesn't know, the whole Kojima...
Yeah, Kojima's not in charge of the Metal Gear Solid franchise anymore and has broken ties with Konami. So now it's on Konami to decide whether to remake the old games or not. And it's one of those things where, I don't know. I just feel like that, especially when he said, "Oh, and on the Fox engine," that's just a tall order to go back and do all those games. At least those first three, and I don't know. It's weird because they're actually. I mean, there already was a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 with Twin Snakes, but it's kind of weird and it's still locked in Nintendo, so they can't re-release that.
It's a quasi. It's one of those quasi remakes where it's not. It's a weird one.
It's weird. It's more like, we took the whatever engine we had for Metal Gear Solid 2, and then we kind of put Metal Gear Solid 1 on it and some things. But then it was published by Nintendo, so they can't re-release it yet. It's weird. It's like Ironclad. It's not like the Microsoft thing, where it's like, after 5 years, it's whatever,
Nintendo, when they put that Nintendo seal on it, it is locked.
That's permanent. That's permanent ink.
It is a permanent ink.
It's permanent ink, too.
But look, it would be nice, like Jared puts it, it would be nice if we could have Metal Gear remastered. It's something for Konami to do, at least. That wouldn't be incredibly hated on it, at the very least, like Metal Gear Survive. Definitely Blue Point is the studio to do it. It almost seems like Blue Point could do just any remaster now. With the exception, I guess, Rockstar remasters their own games in a way, and what was it? The Master Chief Collection, which had a really rocky start,
Yeah.
was done by 343. So it would have been nice if
And
Bluepoint did that
who else?
at that time.
And then Naughty Dog did the remaster for Last of Us.
Yeah, they
So,
did it themselves. The Last of Us one.
but not the
So,
Uncharted one.
and then the Uncharted collection was done by Bluepoint,
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
I think so.
Yes, I think so. So they're the studio to do it, and I remember when that studio wasn't very big back in the day. I remember when they just ported like the most simplest games, especially like on the Namco collections. They would just do that.
Mhm.
I think.
I mean,
and then
and Bluepoint, yeah, Bluepoint already did do the Metal Gear collection, the last one, right?
on maybe not the Vita one, but maybe the one on PS3.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
PS3 one for
entirely
sure.
sure
Yeah, I'm not 100% on the Vita one either, but I know
because the Vita
pretty
one
sure
was
the
only
console-
2 games.
Yeah.
But it would make it a very interesting. Now, the funny thing was, like, I didn't even know about this Metal Gear talk till today on PS4. Regardless, even if it's just that whole PS3 collection just basically ported on the PS4, that's fine. I mean, like, I'd rather have it there because didn't that collection come out towards the end of the PS3, anyways?
Yeah, like it holds up, you know.
Yeah,
Like, if you
I'm sure it
just-
does on PS3, but like it would be on the PS4.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the trophies from
Just
there.
an excuse to play Metal Gear Solid 3 again.
Yes, exactly. And then or play, not Portable Ops, but like
Peace Walker.
Peace Walker. Yeah. So that would give people an excuse to get it yet again, even though you can already technically kind of platinum that game like 3 or 4 times because of the international versions. But then again, it's the international version, so you won't understand it.
Yeah.
So
It's like
unless you played that game so much,
like-
that-
Yeah. I don't know, man. I had some hardcore friends that were just obsessed with Metal Gear Solid. That one guy who platinumed every Metal Gear Solid game.
yeah, right. Hats off to him. Did he ever platinum Metal Gear Solid 5?
I don't know, but I'm going to assume probably. I don't know 100%, but I know he platinumed 2, 3, Peace Walker, and 4. And I was like, God. And he did it so fast, too. Like, 4, like, he platinumed 4, like, so fast. I think it was, like, within 2 weeks or something of that trophy update, he had the platinum. And I was like, what?
No way. The average time, I think the trophy guide said like 85, 95 hours for the Metal Gear Solid 4 one.
You don't understand how obsessed this guy was. Like, that was all he
wasn't
played. Like,
well,
you don't
all he
understand.
did.
That's all he played. Literally, the only game I would see him play is Metal Gear Online. Like, that is the only game I saw him play. And, like, his status, like, when Metal Gear Online was getting taken down was like, oh, my gaming life ends tomorrow or something. Like...
He loved it. It was
He loved
life.
it, and then when Metal Gear Online went away, that was it. I didn't see him online anymore. And then once the
You
trophy
got
update,
concerned.
yeah, and then once the trophy update came out, he started playing Metal Gear Solid 4 again. Got that damn platinum in like 2 weeks because that was his calling. He was back. This is his game to play.
So I'm wondering, Metal Gear Solid 5, it has online too.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's just been obsessed with that. I haven't noticed.
Well, isn't it interesting your friends list are anybody's PSN profiles about certain games that they're just so obsessed with? Like, that's the only game series they platinum
Yeah.
or any other. Because I know somebody that was, super into the Rockstar games and they platinum like every single Rockstar game but don't platinum anything else. And then, so, I mean, I have still yet to ever get a platinum in a Rockstar game. So this guy has like them all, even the remastered PS2 games and
Didn't you have
Red
a friend
Dead.
too? Did you have a friend who had like a platinum in like a bunch of like fighting games? Who's like insane.
Yeah. I think like Blaze Blue games, like Blaze Blue, Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's like it, or something like that. And maybe like Street Fighter, and that was it. He only had like maybe 4 or 5 platinums, and those 4 or 5 platinums make up for like maybe 30 or 60 games because it takes so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he did, and then other people that have gotten outrageous platinums, and they're like, oh, I check out. I don't need to get a platinum in anything else. Which is true, because hats off to people that get extremely hard platinums and don't really need to get them in anything else, because your gaming validity is already there once you platinum a game that takes like 100 to 200 hours and is extremely difficult.
Yeah, like the only consistent franchise I can think of is probably Telltale games. I can get the platinum in all the Telltale games.
Yeah, someone's trophy platinum status could be extremely high by just Telltale games alone, or adventure games that all you have to do is play the damn game. Platinum PS3 and PS4 versions of them, Telltale PS3, PS4 versions of them and Vita.
Mm-hmm.
So, they aren't bringing those to Vita anymore.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear.
That's another one. And I'm mostly consistent with the Lego games. The Lego games I play, I usually get the platinum in. It takes so long.
Oh yeah, they do take a long time.
Ugh.
Like I barely just got Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and man, that game is big.
Yeah, no. That was like when I played The Force Awakens, because that was the thing when they announced Lego Force Awakens. I was like, how much content could possibly be in this game? Because it's just, that one movie. And then I eventually bought the gold edition that comes with all the DLC and stuff. And like I kept playing, I'm like, holy shit, they put so much freaking levels and content in this game, which is crazy considering it's just one movie.
Right. It makes me wonder if they're going to make a Lego Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh yeah, they got to.
That would be hilarious. I mean, just seeing some of the shit that they're gonna do for Episode 8.
Yeah, cool.
That's gonna be rather interesting. And then, or maybe it comes out around when Solo comes out, so then we get Solo DLC.
Yeah, Solo DLC. Still want that Rogue One DLC for something. Lego Rogue One. It's gonna be great.
Lego Rogue One, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if any of the Star Wars story movies are getting the Lego treatment at all.
I mean, they're going to have to. I mean, you got so many spin-off Star Wars movies planned.
Oh, yeah. We have enough Star Wars movies to survive the end of time. And TV shows, don't we?
Yeah.
TV shows.
Got to do the Lego TV shows, too, as DLC.
Yeah, I mean, they can maybe do that. But isn't there already a next Lego game planned? Because, like, I don't know if we know what the next one is, per se, right? For Lego games?
Yeah, what was the last Lego game to come out?
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was like a teaser for anything upcoming or any, because usually they come out like near E3 in June. So is there really nothing yet?
I mean, there's got to be Last Jedi has to be in production. Like, there has to be a Lego game for that.
Yeah, there has to be a Last Jedi one. Well, the Lego Ninjago one came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, the one from the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lego Ninjago one came out literally nowhere. I was like, wait, there's a Lego Ninjago game. At first I thought it was a knockoff. I'm like, is this not from TT? But it must have been. But yeah,
back in their Game Boy Advance days, those Lego games.
Yeah, right. But no, this was like a legit Lego Ninjago game, and people say it's really good. It's actually one of the few cases where it's actually better than the movie. I'm like, oh, so if it's an X-Men Origins Wolverine situation, just not violent, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I actually heard that game's actually quite good too. So you're missing out on that game too, for the Lego games and Lego City Undercover.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I have the platinum in all the Lego games. I'm just saying all the Lego games I have played, I have the platinum in.
Oh, I don't know, dude. There's too many places to spin with that one.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get the one in Force Awakens, Lego Force Awakens.
No, me neither. I mean, I haven't even. I was like halfway through it. I mean, I might get back into it.
Oh no, like I finished it. Like I finished all the levels and story and all that. It's just didn't go for that 100% yet.
Oh, I think my save got lost, so I need to play through half of it again. But like just playing the story, I didn't do anything extra. Like I was maybe in the mood to do it after I saw episode 8, but like I don't know. I just didn't feel like it.
But yeah. Anyway, I hope that answered your Metal Gear Solid question.
Yes.
In some way, some shape or form. I hope your question is answered.
Do we go over PS Plus games of this month?
Nope, we can do that. I have that right here.
Yeah, because Eli's asking about our thoughts about how the offerings have been lately again. Which I don't know if we want to go down that route. We talk about how
every time.
Yeah. Well, let's just go over it.
Let's just go over it.
And then just briefly. I don't really care much at this point.
All right. So let's see. What is coming to PS4 and all that starting this month of February? Let's see. On thing jumped. On PS4, we're getting Knack and Rhyme.
Yes.
On PSVR, we're getting Star Blood Arena. On PS3, we're getting Spelunker HD. On PS3, we're also getting Muggin Soul Z. On Vita, we're getting Exile's End. And on Vita with crossplay with cross-buy, whatever, PS4 is Grand Kingdom. So, what's interesting here is that, one, we're getting Rhyme, which is a recent-ish game.
About like 4 or 5 months with it.
Yeah, but still recent because that was that game that just disappeared for the longest ass time, and then it just kind of came back. You know.
It did, yes.
So that's kind of a recent game. Is a launch title game
Neck.
from so far back in the day. Did you get the email?
A game that has been discounted several times.
Yeah, game that's been discounted several times. But no, did you get that PlayStation email?
A PlayStation email?
Yeah,
About what?
PlayStation sends out this like little newsletter thing. I don't know if you
Uh-huh.
checked that, but they sent out a newsletter the other day. And
About what?
they sent a little newsletter thing the other day, and I clicked it, and I was reading through it, and it was just like announcing the Plus lineup, and it says coming this month is Knack 2. Like it said, Knack 2 is coming to PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
And then I was like, no, that's not right. And then like the next day they sent out like a response email saying like, whoops, sorry,
no.
sorry, you're getting Knack 1, not Knack 2, and Plus next month.
What?
Yeah,
This
just-
is this game Knack 2.
Yeah,
Oh wait, hang on.
There, right? Like, you put Knack 1 and
Yeah.
Knack 2 free for Plus.
Hang on, you gotta give me a second. I gotta put on my entitlement hat.
Oh god,
You need to put both necks.
both Knacks, man. Gotta have the Knack Attack.
Both necks.
The Knack Attack bundle it sells itself.
Well, I'm just saying, considering that Knack has been significantly discounted for a long period of time on multiple sales occasions, where it's been like what, $5,
Yeah, $5 and all
and
that.
even less than that.
And
Well,
like,
maybe the less it's been, it's $5. Maybe the lowest I might have seen it was $3.75 on one sale.
it's just funny because like Knack it came out like 4 years ago, and it's just like everybody's been demanding it, and like, come on, put Knack for free, Knack free. Now it's finally free, and the one thing they can kind of fall back on is like it's free now because Knack 2 is out. So like once you finish Knack 1, you can go out and buy Knack 2.
Well, it would have been really appropriate to do that at the launch.
At the launch,
of
right?
Knack 2.
Yeah.
I mean, remember that brilliant thing that Borderlands did?
Yeah, you know.
With the pre-sequel, that was the only time really we can recall, because we talked about that for a long time, even before we had done the show, about doing the sequel marketing about PlayStation Plus games. Like, oh, Dead Space 3 is about to come out. How about put like Dead Space 2 or the first Dead Space 3 on PlayStation Plus, or like any other sequels that are out there? Just put the last installment free on PlayStation Plus. EA Access in a way kind of does that, don't they? But there's like a time limit in terms
Like
of
a
like
time thing, so I don't
when
think
it's a very time thing. So it's not necessarily corresponding with a recent release or anything like that. So I don't know.
I don't know. But then that brings up the question: are we finally going to get Killzone Shadowfall for free next month?
I mean, if the trajectory goes the way it is, it's like, hey, Horizon Zero Dawn came out last year. Do you want to see what else they made? Here's Killzone Shadowfall, and then the online people online on it will spike.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want Uno to be free.
Want more people playing Uno?
Yeah, because the community pages online on PlayStation and just on the internet, people just complain that they don't have anybody to play with.
Oh god.
And I promise it's not me.
Everybody wants to play that Uno.
Yeah, I'm sure the Switch maybe doesn't have issues because despite the fact that I used to laugh at the Switch's library when it first launched, now it has twice as many games as the Wii U did at the same time. So that's pretty out of whack. That's pretty crazy. Because it seems like every single week on the Nintendo eShop, there's like all sorts of crap on it. Not bad crap, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but wait, I was about to say, like, Far Cry 5, right? Maybe they could put Far Cry 4 for free or something.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. Because it was announced this week that Far Cry 3 Classic Edition will be
Classic Edition
will be available on PS4 and Xbox One. It allows players to play the first shooters, the campaign mode. So that's why it's called Classic Edition, because there's just the campaign. There's no multiplayer. That co-op mode or the multiplayer.
That's fine. I mean, I'm sure that's not really that is.
Yeah. It will be available part of the Far Cry 5 Season Pass 4 weeks early before it releases in summer 2018 as a standalone purchase date. And
wait, so you get to play? Wait, oh, you have to wait till after Far Cry 5's out to play it?
No, like, yeah, like you get it. I guess you get it with because like it's weird. It doesn't say it here too, but like it has been announced too as a pre-order bonus also. Like if you just pre-order Far Cry 5, you get the Far Cry 3.
Yeah, like I wonder if it's like just like a South Park situation where it's like you just get it anyways.
Probably. I mean, it's Ubisoft, so probably.
Right? Like, are they just saying this shit? Like, oh, just to get the season pass. But then people are like, oh, it's free. But then people are like, oh, you need a season pass for it. It's not free.
Yeah.
Far Cry Classic Edition? I mean, that's neat, I guess. I mean, it's just basically if you're playing it on the PC on high settings.
No, this is Far Cry 3.
I don't know. No, Far Cry 3. I mean, not Far Cry 4. Excuse me.
Far Cry 3 Classic Edition.
Yeah. And the game is relatively old. The game came out, like, what, 2013?
Yeah. But no, this is funny because, like, somebody asked us that on this show a while back. Like, will Far Cry 3 ever come to PS4?
Yes! I'm starting to remember.
And that's what I said.
Did ask about Far Cry 3, yeah.
That was my response was probably, and it'll probably be a pre-order bonus for Far Cry 5.
There you go.
And I was right. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, sorry to ruin your little moment. I just kind of forgot. Yeah, someone did ask about Far Cry 3 on PS4 a while ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that person is really happy. I don't think he or she will be really happy about it being with the season pass. But
I mean, you can just go pre-order. You can Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a South Park situation.
They said too it's going to be standalone come the summertime. It's just the quickest you can get is by getting Far Cry 5.
Oh great! What is it gonna be, like $40?
I mean, they already, there's less content. There's no multiplayer, and then I don't know, and I doubt the map creator's in there because what would be the point? There's no place to share it if there's a multiplayer.
I mean, it's fine. All you needed is a campaign.
Yeah, I mean that's all I played in Far Cry 3, and I loved it.
Yeah,
because Far Cry 3 was so good.
I mean, would you play it again?
Maybe, because the problem with Far Cry 3 is like I don't know if I can go back and still like.
You can play it on Xbox One.
Could, but then I have to get Far Cry 5 on Xbox One. Well, at least to get the Far Cry 3.
But no, wait, we already disclosed this. You are getting Far Cry 5 on PS4, so we can play it.
I'm gonna play that co-op, man.
This is not. I mean, even though I work now and I could buy you another copy, but I think I'd rather you get it on PS4. So we can play the co-op.
Yeah, you go probably that. Oh yeah, one of they did. Oh, remember that key thing? Can't you do that key thing?
I don't know if they're gonna advertise anything like that. Wait, when does Far Cry 5 come in again?
March 27th.
Oh, good. Oh no, if they haven't announced anything like that, then that stinks. That would be nice, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's up to you where you want it, unless there's like any Xbox One X enhancements. But
I don't think so. I mean, it'd be fine.
Yeah, so dude, let's play on the PS4. Let's goof around.
That's Far Cry 5.
Oh my god.
But yeah. But anyway, yeah. Would I play Far Cry 3 again though? I don't know, cause like I love Far Cry 3, but it's one of those things where like I don't know if I go back and play again if I'm going to enjoy it as much, because the problem is like I love Far Cry 3, but the formula of Far Cry 3 has been done so much since then.
Yeah, so it's
kind of like hard to go back to it and kind of be like, yeah, I love this because this was the first game to kind of play and feel this way. But ever since Far Cry 3 came out, every Ubisoft game has followed that formula,
Yep.
And not just Far Cry 4 and other Far Cry games, but like Ubisoft games in general, just kind of, felt that way.
The Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands,
that kind of open world formula of just here it is, just run out there, go collect some stuff and do these things, and it just kind of, it's just kind of hard to go back on that,
Yeah,
back to that.
Because someone had asked me about the discovery in games, like the lack of discovery, because like I don't know, the Ubisoft games, even though they make you find things, they still like let you discover in a way, right? Like Far Cry, the map is like blacked out, and it's not until you get to the areas where like it's uncovered. Same thing with like GTA.
Yeah. But then like Ubisoft games are doing that thing where you can just like buy the maps, and then it's just like, well, here's all the collectibles, and it's like, okay, then your map just gets cluttered with all these little dots.
Yep.
Because it's just kind of like it's too much. It's just so much there. Because that's just my thing I've been talking about a lot. I mentioned it before in another episode, and I just talk about it in general outside the show. It's just I'm kind of getting burned out on open world games, Yep. Because it's just too much. Like I bought around Christmas, I got Assassin's Creed Origins, and like It's a really good game, but like it's just so intimidating when you first start it because it's just so huge, you know, like the map and just the like. Because I haven't played it too much. I put a couple hours into it. It's just one of those things where like I feel like I would put a shit ton of time into this, like to do everything because there's just so much to do, and it's just intimidating. It's like I don't have time for all this, you know, like
Yeah, I don't remember if Origins was touted as being a bigger game than other Assassin's Creed games in terms of map size. Because I remember Syndicate, when that one came out, that was actually supposed to be a smaller, more condensed area.
yeah.
I remember back in the day when Ubisoft was always, well, they still do tout their sides of open worlds. Remember Assassin's Creed 3, how they loved to say about how big their open world was. But it was so weird in Assassin's Creed 3 that you always had to go through various loading screens to get to these areas all the time. Like you had to go from one area to the next, and it's like a mini map, really. So like, I guess if you combine everything of Assassin's Creed 3 specifically, it's bigger than the past games. Even though it doesn't feel that way, because every time you have to like go out of the woods or like anywhere else, you're greeted with a loading screen. So yeah, that was annoying. But yeah, Origins does seem like a pretty big game because I did see the map on it. It is big.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's just kind of intimidating, and it just kind of makes me want to, you know, scale back and play smaller games or just something more linear, and that's just something we just don't get too often. You know, I would like a solid kind of game that I can finish in 10 to 20 hours, not necessarily a 100-hour game all the time, you know?
Like a Naughty Dog game.
Yeah, like a Naughty Dog game. But, you know,
I don't know why.
we only get those once every so many years.
Well, I mean, we got Lost Legacy last year, and then Last of Us 2 will come out whenever.
Whenever it's ready.
But
this is why
I mean, another game that'll be pretty big, but not too intimidating. There's some more Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that was actually something here. This probably got you really excited.
Oh man, yeah.
It was announced, I think like yesterday, it was announced that there will be a Monsters Inc. world in Kingdom Hearts 3. And yeah, so this is the one time we can actually incorporate Monsters Inc. really into the discussion, because this is what this is. This is a Monsters Inc. world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, and then it was really funny. Of course, we get it in Japanese, no less.
Japanese, yeah.
Like how we got the Toy Story one a few months ago. So great that more Pixar stuff, right? So that's good. Because beforehand in the Kingdom Hearts series, we got all sorts of obscure stuff from like Disney Animation 3D. We never necessarily got Pixar stuff. No, so I'm really excited in like 2 to 3 months when we get the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 where like Sora and Goofy and Donald are going to be cars, and the cars. It's
going to be racing levels. They're like the Sora car.
Yeah, the Sora car, and then like the Organization 13 comes and it's just like a black like Lamborghini or something.
Oh, they're gonna see some monster trucks or something. That'd be the bosses. Truck. That'd be the bosses, right? The bosses would be the big monster trucks.
Yeah, and the car is doing flips in the air and stuff. It still has the Keyblade in the hand. Dude, can you not put it past us at this point because of how silly Sora's looking?
Yeah,
man, they're really taking it further. Do you kind of wish? Let me just put it in this way. Do you kind of wish that maybe they still kept Sora's look throughout these worlds instead of really exaggerating a bit and changing him up? Because I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah,
was like to have that contrasting anime with Disney, but now it's like, oh, let's really get them in there because like it was appropriate in like the Nightmare Before Christmas world and all that, but like I liked it when Sora was just regular in these various worlds.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, I haven't played him as much as you, obviously, but like,
oh yeah.
But like I don't know. I don't remember him changing too much. I remember maybe his clothes and obviously his Keyblade would change, but like I don't remember him like physically changing really all that much. Like
like I don't know. I like that contrasting look for everything because it was him as an outsider. You know, that was kind of the point.
If anything, for the Monsters Inc., he should have just been wearing the Boo costume.
Yeah, right? Because he's a human. That would have been great. But instead they...
Oh, God, yeah, when he shows up first, he's like, human!
Yeah, right? And then, I guess, maybe that's why they have to be monsters, because no humans are allowed, I guess. But, you know, you have freaking Donald Duck looking like Mike Wazowski, and Boo even mistakes him for Mike.
Oh, boy. So like if they put
I don't know, man.
God, they can put a Find Nemo one where you could be a fish, like a full fish, not like half a
Well,
fish.
I mean,
I know what you're gonna say.
well, yeah, we have the Little Mermaid
Where he's a
one where
mermaid
Sora, yeah, is a mermaid or merman,
or man.
merman, oh, Merduck, and then Mergoofy.
Goofy. But like no, like he's a full-on fish
Mergoofy.
or something in Finding Nemo.
I mean,
Oh, but then
I
that'd be like a
wouldn't
Sword
put
and
it
Stone
past
thing,
them.
because in Sword and Stone they turn into fish.
Mm. It just brought back nice memories of when I went to like Tokyo Disney Sea, for instance, and hearing Monsters Inc. characters talk in Spanish. Not Spanish. Oh my God, Japanese. Wrong country. And I was just like, ah, man, this brings me back.
So, are you
Hearing
gonna? So
Mike Wazowski
Oh, Mike Wazowski.
and Sully talking Japanese.
Yeah, but like in Kingdom Hearts 3, you're gonna be able to go to Monsters University.
Oh, right? Wouldn't that be an interesting world to play around in?
Yeah.
Like, do we get to meet Randall?
Random.
Is he a boss?
He's a boss fight.
Does he have one of the hearts? I don't know. Or is it,
But wait, how meta is this gonna get? Because like in Monsters Inc., you can go through doors already in Monsters Inc. Like in that world, even before the whole Kingdom Hearts stuff. So like you go through a door to get to the Monsters Inc. world, but then there's another door to go back to the human world, Earth. But like, wait a minute. So now Earth exists.
Dude, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to turn into Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, basically. Well, that was the thing. Like, I don't know if we ever talked about it on the show, but I know I've talked about it outside the show with some people. But like, the biggest, like, I don't know what to call it, cluster to like incorporate into Kingdom Hearts 3 would be Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh God, my head would hurt.
Because it's bigger. Because it's already. Because that's already what Wreck-It Ralph is. Like, it's him going into other video games. So, like, if you were to put that into Kingdom Hearts 3, it would be too much. Because then you have to start licensing out other video game characters.
Yeah. Yeah, that would just be a licensing nightmare. What do you even do?
Because then you'd be like, oh, look, there's Sonic. Oh, there's the Street Fighter guys. And you couldn't do the Mario people. There's no way they can get that to work.
Oh my gosh! Unless they made an agreement that Kingdom Hearts 3 would somehow to come to Switch.
Unless it would Kingdom Hearts 3 comes to Switch and like the whole Nintendo stuff is like exclusive to that version or something.
Oh, screw that! No.
I don't know. It was just
and then they would have to even talk about bringing the other Kingdom Hearts games to the Switch in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean they're not really bothering with it on Xbox. Bringing the old Kingdom Hearts to Xbox.
Yeah, you can only really play them on PlayStation.
Yeah, even though Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to Xbox.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it might be one of those things where like it doesn't really sell that much on Xbox and more people play it on PlayStation. I mean, all the footage so far that they've shown on it has been on PlayStation, presumably.
So weird. So yeah, so basically Wreck-It Ralph's going to be something that's going to probably be avoided for Kingdom Hearts because it's just
unfortunately,
it's too much of a landmine, whatever.
Yeah, and a headache. Yeah, I really hope they bring some obscure stuff. I mean, it was nice seeing Tron in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if they can get another live-action property that's not too popular. That would be nice. You know, it kind of covered the basis.
Just want Kingdom Hearts National Treasure. Team up with Nick Cage. We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
And he voices, actually,
yes.
Nick Cage, the character from the movie.
Yeah, you got to get Nick Cage to come back and do the voice.
It would be neat if they go back to Pirates of the Caribbean, but at the same time, I kind of don't want it. So, I don't know live action. Of course, there's the obvious implications of Disney and Marvel and all that, and Star Wars, but that is
no, I want them to stick to like the true Disney stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. That's going to happen. Because they already had stated their goal is to just stick to that already. Yeah, the true Disney. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the game's coming along. 2018. Praying to God. Let's hope. I'm optimistic. The game is looking done, even though it's looking done.
Yeah.
At least that's that game.
One thing I hope though is like every time they keep
Yes.
announcing the new worlds, like I don't want all the worlds
You
announced.
want all of them spoiled. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
like
want
I
them
don't
all
want all the
spoiled.
worlds announced like before the game comes out. Like I do want to go into it not knowing what's fully
Yeah,
there, like all the
I
worlds.
yeah, I mean, because I was a little hesitant to watch this trailer a little bit, but then again,
But I mean,
I
like it's
need to see it.
yeah, but I mean it's in the headline anyway, Monsters Inc. world. So it's like what we know like what 4 worlds so far. Like they announced what Toy
Yeah, I
Story,
mean,
Tangled, Big Hero 6, and Monsters Inc.
yeah, and we're not sure in implication of how many, if there's going to be even more in the past games, or if it's going to be in line with past games since that they're bigger, which or it already seems like that is. Um, so I'm not really sure.
Hmm. I don't know. It's all
Yeah,
to be
that's a good
seen.
question. If they keep it the number of worlds in line, but just make them bigger,
Yeah.
they could do that. Which I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
The quality over quantity,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, because yeah, we also do have to keep in mind this game was just it started recent development, active development, fairly recently. Even though this game has been cooked up for a long, long time, it wasn't really because that's what Square Enix's excuse is. Like they started this game like actually really making it recently,
Yeah.
fairly recently.
Well, yeah, that's what they said. They didn't want to fully commit to it until after Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, all this Final Fantasy stuff. Because now Square Enix is getting their head out of their ass and actually, focusing on things. So it's good. On one hand, it's good. It's just on the other hand, it's like, man, we've known about a Kingdom Hearts 3 in our heads for such a long time. So, I'm keeping that in mind. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's different from when you think about, a Rockstar game where it's been brewing for a long time. Definitely, for sure. Like we know a GTA 6 has been made in some form already right now, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is hopefully getting in the final stages relatively soon, so that it doesn't get delayed again. So it's nice to think about that kind of stuff, but at the same time, things are different than what you think of in your head, and at least Square Enix did clear that up. So then it's not the implication like, oh, this game was actually in development for like 10 or so years. We knew about it for 10 or so years, but it was never actually been made for 10 or so years.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be ridiculous. That's like a Last Guardian situation right here.
Yeah.
Because you come to think of it, we had all these Kingdom Hearts games in between.
Oh, yeah.
We did. It's not like we got absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We've gotten the mangas, we got in all this other source of content of Kingdom Hearts. We just never got through. They never wanted to go to number 3, but they're gonna go to number 3, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I hope, and it looks great, and it sounds great, at least in Japanese. So. I'm excited to see it in English. So when that comes around, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird though because we had known at least some of the key voice work has been done in Kingdom Hearts 3 for a while, because I remember the voice actor of Goofy was like, "Oh, what? My stuff has been done for a long time."
Yeah.
So yeah, because he let that out maybe like 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, because
so
I was
then
like,
people assume like,
yeah, people
oh,
were like,
is this...
whoa, Kingdom Hearts coming out in 2016? No.
No, definitely not. I guess he just finished his work, I guess unless he has like pickup stuff to do afterwards, which I'm sure he can do. But yeah, especially when that let out, which I think he should have not let that out, people implied like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out much sooner than we thought, but that wasn't the case. Yeah. I mean, hopefully that guy I upset at community college is a little happier now, because he was always angry about Kingdom Hearts 3 not coming out. And it's still not out, so 4 years later, so, because when I broke the news to him, I'm like, yeah, dude, it's not coming out this year. He's just like, what? They said. I'm like, who said? Who?
They said.
IGN? A YouTube commenter? Because we all know YouTube commenters are the top source of information.
Yeah.
top scholarly people are on the YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
That. Anyway, let's see. What else we got?
Good discussion. I love Kingdom Hearts, and I'm glad. I might go play it after this.
We'll do that catch up, man.
Well, I've only played the first game on the whole collection,
Yeah.
so
But
I'm so behind.
Anyway, let's see. What else we got news-wise? Oh, we got a server shutdown coming.
Oh, for which game? Or just in the whole PSN in general.
The whole PSN is just shutting down. No.
Oh, dude, don't scare me out here.
But no, the online services will shut down for the Ratchet & Clank collection on PS3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So starting February,
Wow.
yep, servers go down February 15th, so you'll no longer be able to play Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal or Ratchet Deadlocked online on PS3.
Wow. Now, I mean, I didn't know that the online components came with those collections.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. What about the Vita version?
The what?
The Vita wasn't there a Vita version of?
Yeah, there's
Ratchet
a
Clank
there's a
collection?
Vita version of Ratchet & Clank collection. Yeah, presumably.
I guess was there no online for that?
Either there was no online or it's going down too. I mean, I don't see why the Vita one would utilize.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You did say PS3.
Yeah. It just says PS3 right here in the news article.
Because I'm like the Vita collection exists, right?
Yeah, right. The Vita exists, right?
I still won't forget how I acquired the Ratchet & Clank collection on PS3 for free when you gave me that demo code.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I sent you the picture. I was like, "This is not
The demo code.
for this is not a demo. This is Ratchet & Clank."
The whole collection digital. I'm like, what?
Like, I'll take it. And I only played the first one because that was the only Ratchet & Clank I never played. Yeah, I didn't really bother. Like, I 100% the second one, the third one back in the day. The second one I got stuck in some area and I never beat it. So I never went back. And yeah. I don't know. And that's the only Ratchet & Clank I can really. Oh, and then wait a minute. I mean, I guess it would be technical, and then into the Nexus, and then I guess the recent remaster I've never played. So there you go. That's like four Ratchet & Clank games I've never beat. Tragic, I know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I never played online Ratchet & Clank games. So
the only time I played online when I hooked up one of the few times I hooked up my PS2 online, I did play Ratchet & Clank online. With Up Your Arsenal. Because I was just so bored after I was done with the single player. I was like, I played it so much because we had the SOCOM stuff, SOCOM Navy SEAL stuff, and then we had everything to hook it up online. Even had the small little headset on too to hear anybody. And yeah, that's one of the few online experiences I had on the PS2 was playing Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. Yeah. I don't really remember much of it. I mean, it was interesting, but
yeah, I mean, I did play it. You could play it offline, like with a friend.
Yes, you can, split screen.
So I played that. Yeah. So yeah, I played that, and that was fun because using the I think they had tanks or something, right? I remember something about tanks.
Yeah, there was vehicles.
Yeah, vehicles and stuff. So that was fun. So I did play that. I just never really played it online when I was other people.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so it's just it's just always something to kind of note when servers go down for a game because it's just well, there you go. There's a whole portion of the game you can't play now.
Let's just hope that online isn't somebody's life.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just weird because it's always on PlayStation. You always hear about servers going down because you never hear about servers going down
on Xbox.
On Xbox or something, right?
Well, I mean, you can't have to. I mean, odds are there's only maybe 2 people playing it.
Yeah,
or 20.
But like we said last week, it's like Warhawk will never go away. They'll never.
Yeah. Well, what weren't I saying the other week about oh man, I'm really actually surprised there hasn't been more news about PlayStation shutdowns.
It's server shutdowns. Well, here you go. You can't play.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I got it now. not that it's like it's news that I want to happen. I'm just saying, like, oh, I mean, I'm kind of surprised not many games have been taken offline yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Rock Band games, but like the Rock Band games are all under like one server, so to speak, at least on the PS3 and Xbox ones. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though Harmonix always likes to joke sometimes that only like maybe like 15 or 20 people are playing the original Rock Band online now. So there you go. There's probably less people even playing the Ratchet and Clank collection online.
There you go.
So this is only going to affect like literally not even a classroom full of people.
Mm-hmm.
So can we? Yeah, let's be real. But if you guys want to wait, what's the date on it?
February 15th.
So before you do your Valentine's Day, so you better just get some Ratchet and Clank in. Yeah.
There you go. But anyway, yeah, there's that. You can play Ratchet and Clank collection online on your PS3. But anyway, let's see what else we got. We got some updates to some stuff we talked about last week.
Oh.
First off, so what I was saying was correct. Again, EA has confirmed that there will be a new Battlefield game this year.
Yes. Oh yeah. I was definitely wrong.
They didn't go into any specifics, but just saying that we do have a Battlefield game planned for October 2018. And then they will still be updating Battlefield 1, so they are still supporting Battlefield 1, so it is, like you said, to the continued support of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But a new Battlefield will be out in the fall, October, developed by DICE. So,
yeah, that is interesting. My whole timeline in my head about the Battlefield series is now out of whack. So I guess, yeah, definitely what you had said. Off years of Battlefield, mm-hmm. and then Battlefront, and then Battlefront.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, probably alternating between Battlefield and Battlefront, and then Titanfall 3 will probably be. Hopefully, they'll just stick it to like a first quarter thing, like release in like March 2019 or something. You know. Or
I question, but don't know the stat if we're even getting a quasi single player Star Wars game anymore. But I wonder if Battlefront 3 does take longer and get like the Sledgehammer. No, not Sledgehammer.
DICE.
Respawn. The Respawn Star Wars game. Because we still don't really know the nature of that game yet, do we? Other than that's third person.
Yeah.
We don't. Like, we just got that silly mocap thing or the little thing, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know it's single player? I mean, I don't know. We don't know yet. So we gotta see where they space those games out. Like, what if somehow that game is done by the time Battlefront 3 comes out? You know, like, you can't release both of those at the same time.
No, maybe not in the
could
fall.
You?
I mean, I could see like the Respawn game being like first quarter, like March or something, and then Battlefront would be like in the fall.
Okay.
You know, maybe that kind of strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, not even like... Because, of course, we had that big discussion, you know, the whole, like... Oh, they released Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 at the same time because it was like, oh, two different markets. Like, no, it's not. You know? So, but...
In hindsight, maybe you would think, but given that they're in the same genre of game...
No, I always said that wasn't going to be a good idea, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But with Star Wars...
I mean, I never really agreed with it either, but you can... I guess you can kind of see where their headspace was with it, but at the same time, in reality, that was not the case whatsoever.
But with Star Wars, it would be different because, like, even if, like, you know, Battlefront is the, the first-person multiplayer first type game, and then the Respawn game, even if it's a third-person single-player first type game, the problem is, like, it's still two Star Wars games coming out at the same time, so there's still going to be that brand confusion where, you know, if they did put them both out in the fall, it'd be stupid because, you know, you'd have so many parents buying the wrong Star Wars game, you know?
Yep.
Like for Christmas or something.
Oh, man, I didn't get the single-player one.
Oh, I don't want this one. I want that one. That Star Wars game, you know?
I want the one where you can buy the loot boxes.
The loot boxes. No, Mom, you didn't buy me the loot boxes with it. You didn't get the loot boxes.
Like, no, don't worry. I'll link my credit card to your account. It's fine.
It's fine. Just stop when you hit $1,000.
No, stop until it says it's declined.
Oh yeah, when it says decline. When it says decline, stop playing Star Wars Battlefront.
Let's not put it past them when Star 3 comes out.
Oh boy, but yeah. So we'll see. And then, like I said, we have no clue what this new Battlefield game is going to be. Not at all.
We don't.
It could be anything.
I mean, it could be Battlefield 2.
Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2 HD. He's going to remake Battlefield 2.
Yeah, basically, you just have a remake of Battlefield 1943 or something. Wasn't that an interesting game? The art style of that one, Battlefield 1943.
Yeah, 1943 was cool.
That little PSN game back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, and Xbox. Yeah, and PC.
And PC and all that. I mean, it could be Bad Company 3. That's one a lot of people want.
Oh my god, that would be something.
I've been rumored.
Yeah. And then wait, so you're telling me that DICE would actually bother putting a decent single player campaign in one of their games?
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, like, if that were the case. But then again, when we hear like ramblings from any kind of voice actors or anything about a Battlefield.
I mean, obviously, if they're doing their job right, they're not going to talk about it outside of work.
You know, sometimes things slip through the cracks, and we hear like, oh, voice actor talks about something. You know, kind of like how the Shadow of Mordor sequel kind of let out a little bit, but even though that wasn't really necessarily voice actors, but you know, a little something. I would like that to happen, dude. Shake it up a little bit. Like, yes, hypothetically, you would be bringing Battlefield back to modern times if a Battlefield Bad Company 3 were to happen, but I don't know, man. The two games that were released in that series, that series within the series, really stuck with people, myself included, and I think it would be a really welcome addition. Yeah, I mean, look, if anything, they tried to put the franchise within the franchise with Hardline, and it didn't work. So, just do the one that works. Like, take it. Like Call of Duty already has it with like Black Ops and stuff. Like, just do it with Battlefield.
Yeah, I think Bad Company 3 would probably be the best route to go, because with Bad Company 3, like I said, it would be modern, but it would be a modern alternative to Battlefield 1, because Battlefield 1 will obviously still get support. So it's one of those things where, like, if you still want the old school, you know, warfare, you have your Battlefield 1 with continued support. But if you want something more modern, you have Bad Company 3 as an option. Well,
generally, the option right now, as it is right now, like, people still go back to Battlefield 4. But then, you know, having the newer option is nice for that. But then, again, it's a different theme. The whole dynamic of the multiplayer in the Bad Company series does work a bit differently than the core Battlefield games. So, yeah, if you were to take that, because it's a different spin on it. Because, yeah, I mean, if anything of Hardline, it was also commendable for putting a different spin on the typical Battlefield formula. So if you were to do that with Bad Company 3, then that would be fantastic, because it also has to differentiate itself from Battlefield 4, a game that people are still playing. Mm-hmm. So they also have to be aware of that, which I'm sure they are, because it's DICE. So if they do that, and then just give us an actual good single player campaign, you know, like, they're having a lot of trouble as of late with single player experiences, and it would be nice if, similar to the other two Battlefield Bad Company games, if they would actually put a decent campaign, because they were known for being different and well paced and having a decent story, you know. Not that it was particularly very memorable, but it was fun. It was fun. It was neat going through it.
It was funny back in the day, because I didn't know how the Battlefield games worked. Like, story-wise. Well, I didn't know how they work, because, like, I remember Bad Company 2 came out, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's this game where, like, it's a bit more, like, it's a bit more, like, lighthearted in a way, because the characters or whatever. But then, like, Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out, and then Battlefield 3 came out, And I thought Battlefield 3 was the sequel to Bad Company 2 because they just dropped Bad Company and
Yeah.
just said 3, right? So like when
Yeah, right.
when Battlefield 3 came out, I was so confused. Like, why did they change the
The
tone
tone.
so much? Like, what's going on here? And then I had people tell me like, no, like it's like the main Battlefield 3, but not this is not Bad Company 3. You know,
Yeah.
like that was what confused me when those two games kind of came out. I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, I get it
See,
now.
yeah, exactly. I think we do need a Battlefield Bad Company 3. By this year, it would have been 7 years, about 7 or 8. No, yeah, about 7. I think Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out in 2011. Would have been about 7 years since Battlefield Bad Company 2. It would be so nice. If it's just Battlefield 2, then I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be a little bored. Um, yeah, Battlefield 1 was great and all, but I mean they are supporting it and all that, but I don't know. I don't really want to go back even more. I mean, didn't we get Call of Duty World War II? Yes, it's Call of Duty, but at the same time, we just got it. So in a way, it's not the Battlefield formula online, but yeah, it's still thematic wise, it's still the same in a way.
Yeah, but yeah. But speaking of next game, Call of Duty and all that, some information came out this week, potentially on what the next Call of Duty will be.
Oh, really? No, give me this details. I don't know this.
Yeah, a company was it industry insider. What's his name? Marcus Sellers posted out a tweet this week with information about supposed information about Call of Duty next Call of Duty game. He states that Call of Duty 2018 is Black Ops 4. And it will be released on PS4, Xbox, PC, and Switch. The game will be set in modern times and is boots on the ground.
Okay.
The Switch version will support DLC, HD Rumble, and motion controls. The Switch version is also being ported by a company which is familiar with Call of Duty games.
All right.
So
what? Infinity War is gonna port it? Black Ops 4. No wonder people were spouting that out this week.
yeah. Now, granted, like we said, none of this is confirmed. This is just some
right.
speculation from somebody who apparently has insider information. But
yeah, but I'm not really taking it with a grain of salt. I'm really kind of taking it as is a little bit. Because I mean, would you really put it past?
Yeah, like probably. I mean, Black Ops 4.
It is odd, at least from the time jump that the Black Ops series has gone from going back to the past to skipping the present, because we had Modern Warfare for that crap. So then we were like, oh, Black Ops 2, just go.
Yeah, but the thing about when they use the term modern, what do they define as modern, right?
I guess whatever Infinity Ward claimed as modern back in 2007.
Yeah, all this lasers and stuff. Is that really modern? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. But at least we can believe the drones for having drones. So that's something.
We can accept the drones now. It's okay.
We can accept the drones now from the course of 10 years of how long. A Black Ops 4, wow. Whew, man, the fourth entry in the sub-series in the franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. Black Ops 3 didn't get really much playtime for me. Definitely, at least, is a better game than Black Ops 2. I wasn't really too much of a big fan of that game, even though, oddly enough, people come back to that one online all the time. I'm sure the online on that one has gotten better. It's just, when it had that really rough launch on PS3, it just really turned me off on the second game. Third game, I mean, was also pretty popular too. I mean, people go back to that one online on my friends list quite a bit, more than any other Call of Duty game.
Even as one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the odd one. Yeah, exactly. The zombie content that came out for it afterwards.
Yeah,
it was definitely a robust. Yeah, that game was quite a true robust experience. You had the co-op campaign, you had the multiplayer, and then you had the zombie mode, which just had a lot of maps. So, and it had that whole progression system along with it. Yeah, I mean, it was just the first year that out from home, so I never really got to play it that much, even though I did go to the midnight launch. So my friend actually wound up playing it more than I did. So, yeah, maybe I might catch up on some Black Ops before this hypothetical Black Ops 4 announcement. Or if anything, if they don't name it Black Ops 4, I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, because Black Ops has the cachet in the series, you know? So it would make sense. Yeah, I'm kind of weird. Like, at first, I'm taking this Black Ops 4 news, it's like, but then, as I'm kind of thinking about it, I'm like, all right, that could work, because Call of Duty sales, of course, were strong last year, and who knows, maybe they could be even stronger this year because, everybody's favorite is Treyarch, and they get it right, and I'm sure whatever comes from them will be great.
But will I get it for Switch?
Will you get it for Switch? Maybe.
I don't know.
It depends if there's. I mean, odds are it's gonna be Xbox One enhanced.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, back when like the Vita came out, I always wanted to buy games.
A handheld Call of Duty.
A handheld Call of Duty, or just a handheld first-person shooter in general. And we didn't get too many of those on Vita, even though they kind of.
Yeah, we just got Killzone Mercenaries.
Yeah. So the thing about Switch is that I would like to get my first-person shooter fix on the portable, but I kind of already have that. Like, I have other options, to get first-person shooters on Switch.
Yeah, you got Doom and Skyrim.
And all that. So it's just one of those things where, I don't need this for my Switch to get that first-person fix.
But it would be interesting, though. It's a bit of a novelty.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying, supposedly it's going to have, the Rumble and DLC so you can get the map packs on your Switch. Well,
yeah, of course. Now that Nintendo is more comfortable with the DLC, even though they have been on the Wii U, but I feel like more than ever for Switch, add-on content is a thing on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, God, they have season passes for their games.
I know, right? And seeing season passes in Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, at least Mario didn't have a season pass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Mario's really getting any DLC. I think Mario is just meant to...
They're getting that balloon update thing. I don't know.
Oh, if anything, I think that game is just getting updates, but the game's already big enough.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I did it this year. I finally didn't buy a Call of Duty. Well, actually, no, I haven't bought the last two Call of Duty. I did not buy...
Wow, there you go.
I didn't buy World War II.
About the last one.
I didn't buy World War II, and I didn't buy Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
I did play it though, Infinite Warfare. I told you, I played the first level of it, and hated it. I was like, no. And then I haven't even touched World War II at all.
Did you Redbox it or something?
Yeah, I Redboxed it, and I was like, no. I was just just playing that first level. I was just like, nope. And,
something about the first level, your save not. And
the checkpoint. No, the checkpoint system was stupid in the first level. In the first level, you have to disarm a bomb. You have a minute or two to disarm it, and the problem is I was going kind of slow, and my checkpoint checked in at 20 seconds. So no matter every time I died, I would come back with 20 seconds left, and it was just impossible to finish with 20 seconds left. So I had to restart the level completely, so that way I can get around that checkpoint and not have more time. And it just pissed me off.
Did you ever do it again?
No, I said nope. I'm done.
Wow, you didn't even try to second time.
No, it just pissed me off, and I only had it for a day, so I'm not gonna sit here and struggle with this. And then I haven't even touched World War II at all, so I've kept to my thing of I'm not buying Call of Duty games anymore.
But what the prospect of Call of Duty on the Switch is maybe inside you a little bit.
It's an idea to get Call of Duty on Switch just for the sake of it. But like I said, I just don't if this would have been at launch of Switch, then I probably would have got it without really thinking too hard. But now that we're kind of well into the first year of Switch and I have other options, it's I don't need this,
Yeah, but we can at least commend Activision for putting it out there. I mean, they're not EA where it's we'll have to wait Not
Wait.
that EA makes. I mean, it's not like you're going to get a hypothetical Battlefield Bad Company 3 on the Switch. Definitely not.
No.
Um, that's not happening unless EA actually gets their act together and be like, hey, let's. The Switch is actually successful, so maybe we should actually make games on it. So, because what they're offering so far is just soccer, right?
Yeah, FIFA and
Yeah, FIFA.
Fee comes out next week on Switch.
Oh well, shoot. EA game comes out this week on the Switch. Who am I to say?
Yeah, I think that's how you say
But
FIFA, however you
you
say
know what I
that.
mean. The marquee titles
Yeah.
on EA. I
Hmm.
mean, it would be nice if even the Sims were to come to Switch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was weird when Sims didn't come to Switch. It came out on Xbox, PS4, no
I
Switch.
feel like it would be kind of a pro.
Yeah, I feel like it would work.
Yes, it's not the PC and it's not as easy to use, but I don't know. I think it would be
You can use the motion
a
controls as
nice
like a
pick up and
pointer,
play game to
and click
use on the
things
Switch.
and move them, and
Yeah, right, or something like that, or the touchscreen too, right?
yeah.
So
Like it would
I
give you
think
more
I think
control
that'd be
options.
nice.
Like it would give you more control options on Switch because, like you said, you have the touchscreen. You can use the motion controls. Like it gives you more options because that's kind of the hardest thing about Sims is that it's just so many control options,
Yep.
and to port that to console. But yeah, that's weird. And the same thing too. Like I would find it weird. Like, oh, why they Madden's not on Switch? I would love to play Madden portably on Switch.
Right? And for some reason it's not there. What do we have to wait until like Madden 2020 in order
I don't know,
to get it
man.
out here?
I don't know. We'll find out at E3 for Madden 19. I
Someone
guess
should have
is
made a bet about the Super Bowl and say, "Hey, if the Eagles win, you could put Madden on the Switch." And EA should have agreed. And the Eagles won, so somebody should have made a bet with EA about
Oh,
this.
I guess
Like,
Madden
hey,
coming to Switch.
yeah, someone should have said like, "Hey," like to anybody on, and yeah, like on Twitter or something to the EA account and be like, "Hey, yeah, if they win, you bring it to the Switch." And they're like, "Okay," and then
Okay.
they like, "Oh, they won!" Like, "Oh man, we gotta work on this now."
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. But let's see what else we got. News thing. Yeah, okay, so this was kind of a weird thing this past week or so. It was announced, but like it didn't feel like it was a big deal.
hmm
Red Dead 2 has a release date.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Rockstar Games announced that
when?
they announced this on February 1st.
Oh,
Rockstar
how
Games
did I miss
announced.
this?
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's what I mean. Like no one, it wasn't a big deal. It's just kind of like offhand, like yeah, Rockstar Games announced the official Red Dead Redemption 2 release date today. The highly anticipated title will come on October 26th, 2018 for
October
PS4.
26th.
Yep, PS4 and Xbox One. The studio has apologized for the delay, but said the game requires a little extra polish. Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like it's really weird because like they announced the release date for this game and it just kind of felt like okay, like there wasn't a big thing around it.
No, that's pretty
Like,
odd.
like
Maybe
you,
they
like
should
you,
have
you didn't even know.
No. Why didn't they just announce this along with the delay that they announced 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
I guess maybe they just really weren't sure at that time, but they were pretty sure about the delay, but not in the release date.
Yeah.
October 26th. Okay.
There you go.
That at least they're letting everybody else know to steer clear. To steer.
Get out of the way, everybody.
The Call of Duty sure ain't. It's gonna come 2 weeks later, no matter what.
Yeah. Let me look. Let me see something real quick. Yep, that is a Friday. October 26th is a Friday.
Okay, I thought maybe it would have been a Tuesday, but okay.
So there you go. Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2, Friday. Okay.
October 26th. And speaking of Red Dead 2, there was another report thing kind of came out with some. Again, this is a supposed report, not official, but a recent report from some website called Trusted Reviews has revealed some new information about the multiplayer of Red Dead 2. According to the site, Red Dead 2 online component will have various modes, including Revive and Survive, Money Grab, and guess what? A Battle Royale mode.
Oh, Rockstar getting on it.
Of course, they just say Battle Royale mode, but then they don't go into any details, so we don't know if it's going to function like PUBG or something, or Fortnite. But that's presumably because I don't know why else you would call it battle royale, because that's kind of what people think of, So you it kind of has to be that.
Yeah, you cannot use that term loosely.
Yeah. So yeah, because this goes into what we were talking about last episode about like battle
The
royale
games
mode.
games that need more battle
Yeah,
royale.
what games will get a battle royale mode? So it's really interesting, if Red Dead 2 actually gets it, because I don't know, because it's weird, because it's such a contemporary setting, so it's like you can only go so far, like the weapons and stuff, and whatever kind of means to go. Where like something like PUBG, you can do more modern weapons and mix of old weapons, or Fortnite, you do more sci-fi made up weapons or whatever.
Yeah.
But Red Dead 2, you got to stick to that specific time period or whatever.
That's interesting. So is it maybe seem likely that single player is single player and multiplayer is multiplayer? So hopefully, this they don't intertwine with each other too much.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
like,
we've already kind of said this too. They've already even trademarked Red Dead Online, so it is kind of implied that it's going to be kind of its own thing in a way, similar to GTA Online. It's kind of like its own thing to Grand Theft Auto 5.
I want a freaking gameplay trailer. Where is the lady talking about the open world and how big it is and whatnot in the gameplay? Where is that? Like, how many months before release? Like, do we have to wait to E3?
I mean, maybe,
or just some random day when Rockstar counts down the gameplay trailer.
They're going to put the gameplay trailer out the day Westworld 2 premieres.
Oh my god, that would be something. I mean, we see this like genre related marketing and some things, like if something big in this particular genre is happening, something else similar genre.
Because it's one of those things where like HBO is going to really hype up Westworld season 2 like once we get closer and once it's like premiere day, So like Rockstar can be like, oh hey, you waiting for Westworld 2? Check this out, and they post up their story trailer.
Yeah.
For Red Dead 2 that morning or something.
Yeah, because HBO doesn't have any commercials, so it's not like you can air something.
That'd be cool though. Like if they would air the trailer for it during it, but there's no, like you said, there's no commercials.
Well, they could do it on some other sport thing. Sport thing. When people play on the sport on the TV.
Sports and stuff, and I think basketball's in March, right?
Yeah, so they could like have Red Dead trailer or something. A good trailer, not one that's like.
Oh, they got that Olympic thing going on.
Yeah. But then, you not have McDonald's eat up all the ad space or Intel. Intel's been eating up a lot of the ad space on this Olympic Games.
Yeah.
So, or on these Olympic Games, I should say. So, yeah, because McDonald's and Intel just take it all up. So let's see something else. Brought to you by Rockstar.
Yeah.
Not the energy drink. The company.
Oh boy.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. But yeah, Red Dead 2's coming in October. Apparently, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. I think the fact that Rockstar has put a hard date on it, I hope it's gotta be. I hope. But then again, if we're not getting gameplay trailers, if the press is not playing it behind closed doors and we get the extensive written previews or things like that, kind of similar to how GTA 5's preview cycle was. Not that it should go the same, go similar, then that's when the game hit. But in this case, not really getting much of that. In this case, we're getting some nice looking screenshots. That's nice. Where is the game playable? I understand the secrecy and the story thing being leaked out, but can you at least maybe let the press play it behind closed doors and just have say something, about it? Give like a little extensive written thing. They did that for GTA 5. There was no issue there. If anything, it built up more hype to the game. I guess this very elusive. It's even more elusive marketing. I don't know, because it's just so close together. GTA 5, we knew a lot more about it before the date, and granted, GTA 5 was really only delayed once, but it was like a quasi delay where like it was just a moving a season,
Yeah, I
instead of
mean,
like
but no, they were
it
like,
wasn't even a real delay.
I mean, no, it was kind of a delay. Didn't they have a release date for April, and then they pushed it to September?
Yes, they did. So
So
yeah, you're right. It was a true delay because there was actually a space and time implied in the trailers and in the marketing, and then they had to
yeah,
delay it to like
I don't know if there was an exact
September.
date, but I think they always said April, and then it got
Hmm.
pushed to September at the last
Okay, you're
minute.
right. So it was a legitimate delay. It wasn't one of those delays of being like, oh, we're gonna move it.
Yeah,
You're right. Exactly. So I don't know. I just want to hear more at least, and I don't necessarily need to see more because there's nothing that's gonna stop me from buying this game. But I just want to read about it at least or something. Like I'm not asking for much. I guess I'm
you
asking a lot from the press wise,
you
but
want you want the novelization of Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah, similar to like whoever they're hiring from Ubisoft to write novelizations, like the Ghost Recon one,
Hmm.
write a Red Dead one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
novelization. But yeah, yeah,
that's funny.
it's funny. But anyway, did we have any more questions this week, or did we get through them all?
Oh, that was it. We this is like I want to start integrating the questions into the flow of the show a little bit
Yeah, well, that's good.
instead of doing it all in the end because I hate that.
We usually
And
do them at the beginning or end, depending on where we get at.
it's just that the fact that I lose sight of it, but the fact that our listeners are so like I don't know, they predict the future in a way, I guess. But
Yeah, that guy hit the money with that Far Cry 3 one though. All those all those months ago.
yeah, he really did. I even forgot about it. You remembered it, but
Oh, I
was
remember,
like,
dude.
oh yeah.
Right when I read that article, I was like, "Oh man, we got a question about this like months ago."
Oh, I hope he or she, whoever sent that question, is excited
Yep, you're getting your Far Cry 3
again.
again. Oh man. Yep, that's cool. So yeah, I guess we're getting to the end of the questions and notes and all that. So yeah, this is episode 99. So next episode will be episode 100,
Yes.
and we don't have any immediate plans for that yet.
No, but what's tomorrow? Sunday?
Tomorrow is Sunday for us recording this.
And we'll probably discuss it off air maybe tomorrow. Because I do get off work at the same time as I did today. So it's not too late. But I work on Monday, so like I can't really I won't even really be alive. So I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna try to figure that out, see if we're gonna do anything different.
I think we
or
will.
not.
I mean, 101 I guess could also be pretty special because it's also all 101.
It's 101,
101.
We'll see. We'll see as we go. We don't want to
Promise anything?
We don't want to promise anything. We're not going to set up some hype train. Or
But
something.
now that I have the workflow going on, yeah, this last week we needed to see how that was going, but now we're in the steady flow again.
Yeah.
I didn't think that we were going to go on another hiatus. That would be.
Oh no, last week was just a 1 week thing. We were just kind of having some scheduling and whatever, and we were just trying to get back in flow of things. I mean, we're here. We didn't take that far off. We're back with episode 99, and
No,
we're
not.
We will have an episode 100.
Yeah, and we will have an episode 100.
So, can I 100% say it's going to be next week? I mean, I want it to be next week. We're going to try to have it next week.
I mean, I don't foresee anything. I mean, if anything, I think on Saturday I'm going possibly seeing Black Panther again, but other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
Unless I get called into work.
Emergency, man. So many people here to see Black Panther, man. We need more. We need all hands on deck here.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it's weird that I don't work Thursday or Friday. I bet I'm going to be called into work. There's no way that they could just like let Black Panther be and just be like, we don't need you. So, I don't know.
They're going to call you the king needs you.
Well, they better bow down then.
I go, yeah. But
And
anyway,
they better show me my respect. But remember, don't freeze.
don't freeze.
I never freeze. and then in Infinity War, Black Panther freezes. little joke, like Thanos,
Thanos.
like maybe somehow freezes him or something. He's like,
Freezes it
I'm
with
frozen. That could be like a nice in joke of like the movie. Like if you
well,
see
I
the movie.
mean, the Winter Soldier's frozen, so it's like freeze other people.
Well, he gets frozen always again. He's already in Wakanda.
Yeah. Oh boy, that would be fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess with that, this is the PSBS PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Code T. PS and Body. Coach here is
Andrew Arena Stubbleless. Everybody have a fantastic week. View your content wherever you please. Play your games. Look both sides of the road before you cross the street.
Yeah.
And have fun. Stay safe.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Go do that. You can go play your Ratchet and Clanks online. Try to get that in,
along with the 2 or 3 other people.
Show them that you care. Go and play with those other people online. Go get out
Look,
your PS3s.
the fact that this one is being shut down before the All for One online is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure All for One is online, right? So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's being shut down before All for One. That's interesting.
It's interesting. You go play Ratchet and Clanks. Go. Valentine's Day is on before the next episode, so if you celebrate that, go do that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't know how many times I had to tell guys today about that didn't want to go to 50 Shades Freed about like, hey, just stick to it, man. You'll get rewarded after in some form. He's like, yeah, it's true. I'm like, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
You'll be okay. It's just because you're going to go see Black Panther next week anyway, and you're going to bring her anyway.
Yeah,
so
your odds are you're going. Yeah, exactly. And so tell him or her that like, hey, you see Black Panther.
Yeah,
because I'm already seeing Black Panther alone because I bought tickets in advance. So yeah, I had to buy it before like any of my other friends probably would have bought it. So yeah. I'm seeing it by myself.
There you go. But yeah, so go do that if you can. Celebrate your holidays and all that. But yeah. But anyway, with that, thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And
bye bye.